Hello from RaggedyEdge.net. I'm Mark.
And I'm Tina.
We've lived aboard our Class A Newmar Country Star since 2014.
And prior to that, many sailboats.
See RaggedyEdge.net for details on living on the Raggedy Edge. We want to review some upgrades we found very beneficial for living the minimalist nomad lifestyle. For maintaining a healthy-looking exterior on our Newmar Country Star Class A coach, we found Polyglow both easy to apply and quite effective. We also used Polyglow on our fiberglass sailboats to restore dull, oxidized fiberglass to bristle condition. For all but the most obsessive, it is far better than wax, but the prep and application of Polyglow requires a good multi-purpose stepladder. So, the RV Nomad needs a ladder carrier. A ladder is essential for the RV Nomad, from washing the exterior to cleaning the windows to replacing marker lights, servicing awnings. You will find many uses for a quality multi-purpose stepladder.
Of course, most RVs have mounted ladders to access the roof, but they're not versatile enough to maintain or do chores.
And thus you often witness the peculiar sight of a stepladder strapped to the roof access ladder, a poor carry choice. Our coach had some kind of dual receiver hitch set up on the front that we leveraged to have a local welder create the brackets that would carry our ladder in front of the grill, but low enough not to hinder access to the engine, and is very convenient to put into use. Mounted in front, it also acts as a sacrificial deer deflector. Water. A reserve water tank is important for those interested in boondocking for extended periods. Water is usually a limiting factor for us, so a reserve tank helps extend our stay. Our 25-gallon reserve tank rests on a plywood tray that distributes the water weight better in the locker, and the tank easily ties in with the winterization system. It's easy to disconnect and use the winterization system for its intended purpose.
We have a 3-gallon refill bottle that we drink out of so that we don't have the plasticky taste that you get from your tanks. And we set it on our countertop.
And then finally, the ability to haul water to the coach by car and then pump it into our tanks is quite useful as well. We have a portable pump box that feeds water into the coach's water tanks, and it also acts as a spare if our house water pump fails. Plumbing.
Most RVs come with utterly crap kitchen faucets. And yes, ours was utterly crap. I've got a Phoenix Valtar unit for Mother's Day one year, and I highly recommend it.
And I just recently serviced the cartridge on ours, and we look forward to many additional years of use. A shower sprayer with shutoff and hanger to save water and get a luxurious feeling shower. These Oxygenics shower heads are perfect. Sadly, the hanger that comes with them is weak and will last maybe a year of full-time use before it splits. We used to replace our whole unit every year because of that hanger, until we finally tried a full metal hanger. A chrome-plated brass one, which seems durable but has no means of adjusting the tension, and it soon went limp. So I ended up fixing it in place with an I-splice and some hose clamps. Moreover, the push-button flow control that is included with the Oxygenic shower head will not completely shut off, so it wastes precious fresh water. To get the shower head to completely shut off, place a brass flow control valve between the shower head and the hose. Plumbing and cold climates. Since we often endure cold climates where freezing temperatures threaten the plumbing, we deploy temperature sensors in several key lockers: the water sewer utility locker, the water tanks, and the battery compartment, which is near our gray water system. One of these sensors reports to our wall clock, and the other two report to a console in our bedroom, which has alarm features. When temperatures are threatening our plumbing, we deploy small, low amperage, gun-safe dehumidifiers. If added heat is needed, we augment with a clamp lamp and in dire circumstances, a small, low wattage personal heater. Moreover, we use reflectics for both cold weather and hot. 4-foot rows are used on our Class A's front windshield, reflecting heat in the summer and retaining warmth in the winter. All other windows have custom cut and sized sheets that we store behind the couch when not used. These are pretty much just for winter use since we have external sun awnings and we want to be able to open our windows for ventilation. Communications. Ham radios. Since we frequently boondock deep in the mountains, often a few miles beyond cell service, it's nice to have the ability to communicate by ham radio in case of an emergency. Getting your ham license is not too difficult and the radios are pretty affordable. Having a mobile base station installed on the coach with a few handheld ham radios means that I can hike or mountain bike deep into the Bighorn Mountains with reliable communications with the coach. I also recommend a couple of FRS radios like walkie-talkies. Given that we do not tow our toad, this is the preferred means of communication between the coach and the toad. A quick channel of communication means that we can warn each other of problems on the road, and Tina can
run interference to arrange some merging space for Mark in the coach.
Speaking of internal communications, a whiteboard is important for tracking planned maintenance and projects. Towed. Your RV tow vehicle or motorhome is pretty versatile. It's transportation and a house. It would be pretty useful to have it continue working if there were a large, grid-killing solar flare or a hostile EMP attack. It's easy enough to install an EMP shield that might protect your vehicle's electronics. Now, we do not tow our toad.
I drive the car while Mark drives the coach. That allows me to run ahead and scout our next boondocking destination. And my job is to get there first to find the perfect spot for Mark and the coach.
We see too many travelers who make brief overnight stops somewhere and then don't disconnect their toad to do some quick exploring. Tire pressure monitoring system. If you do not have a TPMS, get one. I can't imagine towing an RV or even driving a motorhome without one. Advance warning of rising temperatures or falling tire pressure can prevent a seriously dangerous situation. Plus, if you currently check your tire pressure before every drive, and you should, it is way easier to turn on the TPMS. An air compressor to meet the high pressure needs of your tires. I believe a 110 volt unit that can run off of your generator is far superior to the weak 12 volt units. These units can even run an air impact wrench for brief periods. Our Cobalt 1.5 150 psi compressor is proven very capable for a portable unit that fits neatly in one basement locker.
And I can easily inflate my water toys. That's very important.
And your, what's that dive, the hookah dive system. Oh, and my mountain bike tires. Fire prevention. It seems that the number one cause of fires in RVs is a result of a propane refrigerator. This ARP Fridge Defend thing helps reduce that risk and increases the lifespan of your propane refrigerator. Key for fire prevention is routine inspection. Inspect the propane tank, the regulator, and hoses. Keep an eye on your fuel tank, especially gasoline tanks, to watch for leaks. We discovered and then sealed a small pinhole leak in our fuel tank that was behind one of the mounting brackets. We used VersaChem fuel tank repair kit and then topped it off with some 3M 5200 marine sealant. Fire extinguishers. Get bigger units. Put one behind the driver's seat, near your bedroom, and then near the door. Solar panels. If you camp in the mountains, your furnace will be put to use during the night, even in summer. And while your propane bottle will last quite some time, the load on your house batteries to run the blower can deplete them pretty quickly. A 200-watt solar panel will help keep things topped off. 4 or 5 200-watt solar panels and the requisite battery bank will let you live a pretty extravagant electrical lifestyle, running an inverter to power standard 110-volt appliances. However, to make use of a solar panel, you'll need to boondock mostly in the open so the sun can reach you.
And we mostly prefer to burrow deep into the woods where the benefits of solar are diminished.
Some people will use tilting mounts for their solar panels so they can adjust the angle to best take advantage of the sun's position in the sky. I prefer the hands-off simplicity and durability of flat-mounted panels. My main concern is to make sure they don't fly off the roof. I have found that the polymer mounts are easy to install and they seem to be very secure. Besides the adhesive included with the mounting brackets, I use roof seal tape as a second means of securing the brackets. The panels then easily screw to the brackets. As a final security measure, I use a braided stainless steel cable to secure the panel to one of the rooftop AC units. The solar panels connect to long cables that feed down into the battery compartment where a charge controller manages the charging of the batteries in such a way as not to overcharge or outgas them. I run simple lead-acid batteries, not yet quite trusting volatile lithium-ion batteries. Our battery compartment was kind of open to the road debris and rain and weather, so I installed a scrap metal splash pan. And if I were doing it again, I'd probably use a sheet of poly like I used to build an access panel to reach our gray water plumbing during one repair last winter. In a similar vein, it would be nice to have the means to heat your RV without the need for propane. Perhaps you can find a spot to locate a mini wood stove. We've considered giving up our recliner for a wood stove.
But Mark's beer-swilling comfort won out.
Now, USB outlets are pretty useful with modern mobile phones, tablets, and even my computer will charge off of a USB connection, as well as other devices. And it is most useful to have these USB outlets in many convenient places, the dash, the bedroom, etc.
Even our kitty had to have one for his water fountain.
Mattresses. There's nothing quite like waking up from a restful sleep and remembering where you're parked, whether it's a Walmart parking lot or deep in the woods high in the mountains. To make the magic really happen, you need a comfortable mattress. Our coach featured a pretty decent box spring mattress combination, but it was a memory foam mattress topper that turned it into slumbering perfection.
It's awfully nice that our bed is a standard size queen mattress.
And we can use standard sheets and stuff from the Walmart. A secure cabinet. If you have firearms or other items that need to be kept secure from kids or thieves, you may find adding a biometric lock to one of your cabinets pretty useful. The one I installed is proven adequate. It is a bit noisy, but it does require drilling a hole. Perhaps using my choice as a starting point, you can find something better. World War Mouse. Even though we currently have a cat on board and previously had 2 cats on board, we've twice dealt with rodent invasions. The worst was a family of mice squatting in the ceiling with 18 vermin ultimately being killed, captured, or driven off. We had to use every means of eradication and even invented our own, a ceiling mouse drain. See our video, World War M.
Our cats were shamed.
Skills. Anxiety is the motif if you're not comfortable with handling most repairs.
And cleanliness is important as a means of inspection to catch small problems before they become big ones. In a small space, any mess is a large mess. Keeping the carpets clean is a daily task.
Our Shark Rocket has proven to be an excellent and relatively compact vacuum cleaner.
We found the Hoover Power Dash Pet Compact Carpet Cleaner excels at deep cleaning while being compact enough to carry on board.
Between the Shark and the carpet cleaner, our RV's carpet has remained in good condition despite almost 20 years of use. 1 or more lockers for organizing tools, mechanics tools, an electrical toolkit, and a sewing canvas bag. For our coach, with its large wheels and 500 foot-pound torqued lug nuts, a lug nut wrench torque multiplier has proven an essential, if infrequently used, tool. Now for navigation. For a long time we used Copilot for navigation, but nowadays we pretty much just use Google Maps. I like that we can switch to bicycle mode to see elevation profiles. I wish we could see that elevation profile without switching to bicycle mode, but at least it's available. And I believe that Google Maps now factors in elevation for optimizing your route. For an RV, it might be beneficial if we could boost the importance of that variable.
And weather. Monitor the weather to capitalize on prevailing winds. A tailwind can save gas and reduce the strain on your engine. Gentlemen, don't sail to windward is a cruising maxim from the Caribbean sailing world.
In our home state of Wyoming, where wind gusts of up to 70 miles per hour are not uncommon, being aware of wind forecast is a safety issue and a gas-saving one. We can nearly double our coach's miles per gallon with a nice 25 mile per hour tailwind. Key RV features that we've come to admire for full-time boondockers. One, I like our ceramic Sealand toilet. Now, while it does require routine maintenance, a ceramic toilet just seems better for keeping the bowl clean.
And for us ladies, a large, shave-your-legs friendly shower.
And a genset with remote start makes intermittent access to 110 volt power convenient.
Like running our Keurig coffee maker.
Or making popcorn in the microwave. An RV that is functional with the slide-outs tucked in. Many fifth wheels are nearly unusable with the slides in. This is important for those times when you overnight at Walmart or a rest area.
Or need to reduce your windage for a gusty storm.
Or reduce your footprint for severe cold weather. For more on living the RV nomad lifestyle or about living on the Raggedy Edge in general, please visit www.RaggedyEdge.net. Affiliate links to many of the products mentioned can be found at link in the description. Please like,
share,
and subscribe.
Thanks for watching.